On my kicker tonight, I raised the alarm over worrying trends in the country's agricultural sector. Currently, the tea subsector is in turmoil. Farmers are unhappy and angry. Some have been uprooting their tea bushes over low-income earnings from their farms. On the sector management side, an embattled Kenya Tea Development Authority, KTDA, has angrily been on the defensive over the dwindling earnings for the farmers and generally the chaos in the tea sector. On the leadership front, a section of members of parliament are vowing to rein in on the KTDA, which they say has long stopped serving the interests of the small-scale farmers. Now, this is not a good picture for a sector that contributes to about 25% of Kenya's total export earnings. It does not augur well for Kenya, a country that prides itself as the producers of some of the world's finest tea leaves. The crisis in the tea sector is not a farmer's problem. It is a national crisis. Yet the crisis in the tea sector must be seen in the context of a frightening sequence currently bedeviling Kenya's agriculture sector. The coffee sector, another of Kenya's key economic pillars, is now on its knees. Years of mismanagement, declining revenues, low farmer morale, among other factors, have dramatically reduced coffee farming. From Kiambu to Nyeri, coffee growing areas have been replacing coffee farms with real estate in a trend that would eventually wipe out coffee as a cash crop in Kenya. Then there is sugarcane, a vast scandal plantation that is creating poverty rather than wealth in Western Kenya. Corruption has chewed an entire sugar factory in the form of the one-time giant Mumias Sugar Company. Farmers in that region are frustrated, angry, and demoralized. Some have been uprooting their sugarcane and replacing with maize. Yet, maize is no refuge for farmers fleeing the collapsing sugar sector. They must line up the maize behind the maize farmer on the frustration queue. Maize is no longer the rewarding crop of yesteryears, not after the maize farmer was long pushed to the bottom of a hierarchy that includes ruthless traders and greedy brokers. The maize sector has been converted to a corruption internship facility that produces fresh graduates at a rate an industrial maize dryer would not even handle. For a country that claims agriculture as the backbone of its economy, this trend is simply not sustainable. President Uhuru Kenyatta and his government should be careful not to end up as the administration that dropped the big ball, agriculture. The country would not afford the collapse of these subsectors: tea, coffee, sugar, and maize. These are the big four of agriculture sector, and the Kenyatta administration must wake up to the reality that it cannot afford to be casual about the events in the agriculture sector anymore. That is my kicker.